your slippers color burgundy. Rappers be talking, think they hurting me. I took a smack, come work for me. Keep the kissing. Round the city. They looking for me. Coming up watching the on TV like that what I wanted to be. Now the one getting paid for it. Thank God that's a blessing to see. Doing shows I'm on stage for St. Laurent on my feet. Got you with me. I put you slow with me. St. Laurent.
This is the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. We're ready for tip-off, and these fans are as well. It's their home team getting set to match up with a very formidable opponent. Alongside Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, this crowd is hyped, and you look at their guys coming in, they appear to be fired up and ready to go. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be a good one.
The one thing we know about playoff basketball, expect the unexpected. How many games come down to the wire, or a performance off the bench, or even a big shot at the end? Every night holds something different, and that's why we love this game so much.
It's LA Clippers ball. George to Beverly. Probing the defense. Beverly to Paul George. LA with 4 to shoot. Paul George fires. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
Pretty fortunate to get that kind of a good look with the shot clock winding down.
Fires the 3. Not done yet. On the follow. Way to stay with it. George, defended by the former Longhorn Aldridge. To Beverly. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Short jumper won't fall.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
4-3. Great defense, forcing the miss. He gets it.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Murray into the front court. Leads just a point. From long range. Now that's a contest. To Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Spurs have it. For 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
They got him in the first round to do exactly that. Make tough shots and help them win games.
To George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It was contested, but Paul George still dials in for 3. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
To Paul George. Now ready to shoot at the line.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximum effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
Paul George, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 84% free throw shooter. Off the mark on the first free throw. Good bounce back. Going to launch beyond the arc. The hot shooting continues. He's got 12 in the first quarter, including that trifecta.
And Ed, did you see how quick his release was? There was no wasted motion from the waist up.
George up against DeRozan. Driving right to the basket. LaMarcus Aldridge able to recover with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
It goes down.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Gilgeous-Alexander to George. To Gilgeous-Alexander. LaMarcus Aldridge rejects it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Not today.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
That's the end of one here in game number 3. Jay and I return in a moment. You're tuned into the Western Conference semifinals. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we...
Come on, y'all, let's go get it. It's on me.
Beverly to Paul George. Won't go down. Down low, Aldridge throws it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Clippers have the basketball. Beverly to George. Lets it fly from long range, and Paul George good on the quick release there.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
DeRozan with the basketball. They lead it. 4-point game. Beyond the arc for 3. Shakes free and hits.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
Paul George to Beverly. Paul George, 4-2. Paul George, terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
DeRozan. To Patty Mills. DeRozan, and he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. Second and 3. Got it. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Short jumper stays out. Here comes the screen. Curling inside. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Beverly into the front court. Trailing by 10. George against Rudy Gay. The drive right to the basket. Paul George. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
To DeRozan. Fires the three. And the rebound taken in by George. LA Clippers with the basketball. George to Harkless. Block shot.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Harkless. To Paul George. 5 seconds to shoot. Paul George. Here's a chance from long range. The rebound taken by San Antonio. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Beverly into the front court. They find themselves down 10. George to Gilgeous-Alexander. George had made his first couple, but he misses there.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Paul George. To DeRozan. Has a chance. Yes. And the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
DeMar DeRozan at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. It's the Clippers with the possession now. George to Beverly. Baseline drive. The Spurs have the board. Mills in possession. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. And finally, play is stopped on the tie-up. The officials ready. Let's see who can take the jump. Patty Mills. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Patrick Beverly. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier. And most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Beverly into the front court. His guys currently down by 13. To George. Got a piece. Mills in possession. He'll run the offense. DeRozan. And he buries it. Jay, the system produces once again.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. So the two teams will head to the locker room as we reach the break here in game number 3. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
The Spurs absolutely dominated the competition in the first half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the San Antonio Spurs. The Clippers did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Rebounds.
The San Antonio Spurs are extending a lot of possessions and wearing out the defense with their emphasis on rebounding.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
It's LA Clippers ball. Beverly to Leonard. Paul George to Leonard. Here comes the screen. Kawhi Leonard guarded by Jakob Poeltl. Oh, whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
George here against LaMarcus Aldridge. It's corralled by San Antonio. Murray into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Cleans it up. No, I missed a short one there. Fires the three. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
When a rookie starts to believe that he not only can play, but more importantly, he belongs, nights like this become more and more common.
Beverly to Leonard. Here comes the screen. George. They'll get it down to Leonard. Jakob Poeltl pins it. And that one out of bounds off his spur. Leonard. Nice pass to set things up.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
San Antonio with the basketball. To Aldridge. DeJounte Murray. 4-3. And DeMar DeRozan, zero hesitation, pulls the trigger on the three.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Beverly into the front court. Down a bundle. Goes to the right side. Leonard. Can't connect. It's no good. To DeRozan. Oh, George with the block. And that's going to be out of bounds off of George. From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
He showed that he had great chemistry with his teammates on that shot. Keep getting him good looks, and the one will just keep scoring.
Clippers have the basketball. Beverly to Paul George. Down to 5 on the 24. Good. Off a spin.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
DeRozan matched up with Paul George. Here comes the screen to DeRozan for 3, and the Clippers have the rebound. Beverly into the front court. His guys down big. George matched up with DeRozan. Here comes the screen. Paul George to Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's rebounded by the Spurs.
Screen come.
To DeRozan. Going to launch beyond the arc. And DeMar DeRozan still able to get it to go down after the closeout.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip, and when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
Here's Leonard for 2. Cash is in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
DeRozan with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. Lets it fly from long range.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Oops, he missed the first one. And he hits the second. Kawhi Leonard. Wide open look, won't go. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out. Another follows, still no good. Deep 2 there, won't go.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
LA Clippers with the basketball. To Beverly. To Leonard. Rises for the slam. Now whistle. San Antonio is going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. DeJounte Murray. Deep left corner. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error. To Williams. LA with 4 to shoot. Williams down low for Leonard. Slam dunk. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
tied up. Neither player wants to give it up. They don't want to lose this possession. Let's see what they can do with the jump. DeJounte Murray. A fundamental shot right there.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Murray with it. His guys leading by 14. Has a look. Missed that one. You want to see more, knowing the defender was still right there. Williams to Leonard. Driving right to the basket. From the painted area, won't go down.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Drive here, but the shot stays out. To Leonard. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Oh, they called the foul.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Beyond the arc for 3. He missed his first 4 from downtown. He finally gets a 3 to go.
I'm going to tell you what every shooter thinks after he misses 4 in a row. One has to go in eventually.
To Murray. Fires the 3. Not that time. DeJounte Murray forced that one up. Williams across the timeline. Trailing by 14. Leonard knocks it down from mid-range.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Kawhi Leonard, defended by Jakob Poeltl. He wants it at the rim and scores.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Goes to the left side. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Beverly to Williams. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Leonard. It's no good. Shots not going down. Has a chance. The jumper's off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Patrick Beverly. Trying to cash in. Doesn't get the bounce.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Fires the 3. DeJounte Murray keeps getting better. That was a tough 3.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
It's the Spurs who are victorious. They moved in front of the series 2-1 as they head to an elimination game in Game 4. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Spurs edged out a close victory in today's game. And of course I've got to mention how many times they scored from beyond the arc. They were so confident with the three ball, and it was instrumental to their success. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the San Antonio Spurs. The Clippers just couldn't close this one out. They shot exceptionally well from beyond the arc, but even that long-range efficiency wasn't enough for them to get the win. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Easy choice for player of the game. No one else made as big of an impact in this matchup. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.
For Complex News, I'm Pierce Simpson. The NBA playoffs can be an emotional roller coaster for both players and fans. Fortunately for fans of the one and his team, they can breathe a little easier after last night's win. It's still a tough road ahead, but if they continue to approach each game like the last, then one might just be balling in the NBA Finals. That's all for now. For Complex News, I'm Pierce Simpson.
Don't lie, lie, lie. Cut the check.